So guys, my name is Shay, and on this video I am going to give all you tourists and non-locals the best tips for when you come to London. So sit back and enjoy, as I've got a lot of features and cool things coming in this video. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Let's go. The first tip, and this is an unwritten rule of life in London, is when you go on the tube or trains or any escalator, you always stand on the right hand side. It is pretty common knowledge for locals that if you're walking up the escalator quickly, you go on the left. But if you're just standing on the escalator waiting for it to get to the top, always stand on the right hand side. If you don't do this, you may have quite a few annoyed people, locals, telling you to move out the way. But always stand on the right hand side of the escalator. The tip is very important, and although I've spoken about it before, I cannot re-emphasize how important it is to get an Oyster card. An Oyster card is basically like a one-stop shop for where you can use buses, trams, trains, etc. in London. It's basically a top-up card where you can actually take advantage of discounts with things such as tourist discounts, children's discounts, and also caps as well. I have spoken about Oyster cards in previous videos, so I won't talk too much about it, but I cannot emphasize enough to please get an Oyster card. My next tip is, if you come to London, please bring one of the most important items you can bring: an umbrella. In London and in Britain, it is known to rain a lot, and sometimes you can get 4 seasons in one day. So please pack accordingly to the weather. It may rain, it may snow, or whatever, but always pack an umbrella. If you're visiting one of London's famous tourist attractions, I would recommend booking your tickets in advance. This is partially because you get to skip the queues when you go. And also as well, a lot of times you can actually find better deals online than if you buy it in person. As mentioned, a lot of these places can have queues for up to 2-3 hours long. So if you're visiting somewhere like the London Eye, you're visiting Westminster Abbey, London Aquarium, any of London's famous tourist sites, Madame Tussauds, please try to book as early in advance as possible to avoid the queues. If you're staying or visiting in any of the areas of central London, I would recommend that if you can, please walk to certain areas. If you look at the tube map, it looks a lot further than what they are between the stations. But the map that I'm going to show you now, which is on screen as we speak, is actually an accurate map of how long it takes to walk between each station in central London. A lot of the sites as well are within a few miles radius. So for example, if you're walking from, I don't know, let's say the London Eye to House of Parliament, it's a very, very short walk. So I would recommend that if you're in central London, walk the various areas that you can, if possible. My next tip is that if you're doing shopping on any of London's famous shopping areas, such as Oxford Street, Regent Street, or at the Westfield shopping centres, please try to do this during the weekday and not on the weekends. This is mainly because on the weekends it can get very, very packed and overcrowded, especially in the run-up to things such as Christmas and during the children's school holidays as well. London does have a very, very good variety of places to shop, and sometimes they're not always located in the central areas. But I would recommend that if you do, please look out for a bargain, but try to avoid it during the weekend times. I will say though that if you do come on the weekends, or no matter when you go, have a look at places such as Oxford Street, Regent Street, Carnaby Street, and so on, Covent Garden, etc. Food and cuisine is one of the most common things people like to do when they visit a country, especially somewhere like the UK. I would recommend, in terms of food and drinks, I would recommend going and trying a traditional English pub. So pubs, short for public house, is basically like a social gathering area where you can go and buy alcohol, and also you can buy food as well and just chill out. Pubs in London are everywhere, so you cannot miss them. I would recommend having what they call a pint, which is roughly about maybe £5 or £5 to £6. Also as well, in terms of food, I would recommend trying the markets as well around London. So we're talking Borough Market, Camden Market, Leadenhall Market, and many others. That is it, guys, for today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I've got many more cool videos coming, but in the meantime, please don't forget to check out my other videos as well. I've got many more videos coming, including me going around places inside the UK as well, so look out for that. But in the meantime, thank you so much and walk with me.